Hey, welcome to another video. Today we were in Lazarus, and it's the fire mutation with slicers on the ground on the named enemies, and we got festering. So anytime the enemies hit you, they're gonna add a healing debuff on you, so you are not gonna be able to heal. I think it was 2% to 5%, and it will stack. So if you thought maybe the heals were a little weak in this, it's probably because you got hit a bunch and the healing's just not as good on you for the reason. So don't blame the healer, bruh. Get good. No, but it was a very tough week this week here. Tempest was so much easier. Walk in the park compared to this one. Number of groups I joined on this one trying to get through it, and it was a disaster. Finally got some good runs in yesterday. Ended up getting my whole group on, and hey, we got to run for the first time all week together. But you know, there's circles that are going to spawn on you when you're dodging around, and 3 stacks will drop a fire circle at the end. I believe it's 10 seconds. So you can try to watch where that drops at, and hopefully don't drop it on the tank and the rest of the group. But then at the end of the day, that fire is not going to do as much to you as what the named enemy fire will. The named enemy fire is going to tick for what feels like a quarter of your health. I'm 50 con here, so you know, it's definitely taking a lot more. I guess you can run 100 con in this, not really sure if you're worried about it. You can also run the blood drinker ring, so you get leeching. Now you'll do 25% less damage, but then again, your leeching is going to be really good to help sustain health, because the healer can throw down the sacred and an orb and whatnot, but at the end of the day, you might get blown up and land in the fire, and maybe have to rely on your own self for healing for a bit. You know, it's not all the healer's job to keep you alive. It's really to keep the tank alive, and everybody else try to fit into that circle as best you can. And if you're outside of that circle and in the fire, it's gonna burn. So oh, I love fire mutations. Just watching Air bounce around is so funny still. Now this room, you just want to spam the doors and get through it. The guys will disappear, just how that was. You want to get out of here under 2 minutes 30 seconds. The longer you're sitting around in that room, the more likelihood of someone getting knocked and stuff going wrong, enemies getting to the healer. I've seen so many groups wipe in that room. Get a couple DPSs with hammers, tank with a hammer, and just spam CC the whole time. It's not about killing the enemies there, more or less just get through the room. You'll make up the enemies later on in the prison. Right here, DPS always needs to go to the archer first. I don't know why this enemy came up here. I guess somebody aggroed him and brought him up here. No big deal. We can take him out. The greatsword does a great job of getting rid of his stamina. And right here, I thought they were going to finish him off on the edge, so just want to do a little CC. I think we all thought someone else was going to finish him off. End up getting press knocked, bruh. Ain't nothing new out here. Yeah. Tank does a great job of getting over there and getting ready to go inside the door quickly. The healer just went down, so I told everybody, look, I will not open the door until he's up. That way we don't add more stuff to the problem here, because that will probably get everybody wiped. Healer's up. Open the door, good luck. Get my flower over here. This part, you better stay in sacred or else you're gonna burn. See how fast people go down when they're inside the named fire right there. When you see it spawn, kind of get out, reassess where the sacred is, and then try to get back in the sacred as best you can. If the healer's doing targeted heals and throws a heal just how he did right there on the tank, it will not give the DPS much room to get in the sacred and stay safe. if he doesn't have targeted healing on, he could put the circle a little bit more toward where the DPS would be also, so the tank can still be safe inside the sacred and the DPS can be more covered. When I used to heal, I didn't really like running targeted heals, so the only time I would ever run targeted heals was usually in Laz, but that's before we knew about the ice pylon prison strat for the time trial toward the end. So once we found that out, never ran that again, and that way you can aim it to where it's not fully on the tank, it is on both the DPS and the tank. A little bit better spottage.
I'm stuck. I can't get out of here.
You did, bro. Now right here, if you're making good time and no one's gone down and died yet, whoever goes and talks to Scylla back there, you can jump off in the water after you talk to her, and as long as no one crosses this bridge, these enemies will not spawn. So it's a way to skip these enemies and go ahead and go on up. You'll see a lot of speedrun crews use that strat to help with time. Time saves better than mob count. But we did a good job here pulling down the archers from up top. I think the healer did that. Healer's really good, so he knows what he's doing.
Here we go.
All right.
That grab well right in the middle.
The spot where most teams wipe right here. Healer does a great job of shooting them so the fire spawns away.
Way back to the boss.
I don't really like the tank coming onto this side because that's where we got to kill the archers at. So it makes our job a lot more difficult to be on the side where the tank is and trying to kill the archers. He rotated here just fine. So now we can get to the archers. Yeah, that healer can dodge that crawler just fine. He's good.
There, boom, got it.
I wouldn't say that about most healers, but William Mew's really good at that. I've seen him dodge those guys plenty, so I wasn't too worried about it. Because if you get too worried about it and you go over there and try to hit the crawler, you're not going to pay attention to this guy, and that void slam's going to probably end up knocking you. Right here, if you shoot this archer, don't shoot the one on the left. There's no reason to pull him
In the back,
at this moment. If you don't pull that archer, stay to the right of the stairs here and wash your hands to spawn the other enemies. We chose not to do that right here just because we were a little bit struggle busting, so we want to make sure we clear a lot of these enemies before we spawn any more. So William Mew just went up there and washed his hands. Perfect timing. We get the other group spawning. Try to time any ability you have that imposes grit. That way you don't get bounced around in the fire. So that slam I just did down there with a great sword, always try to see when it's about to explode, maybe hit that down. That's one thing I love about the great sword in the fire dungeons is you're gridded basically all these heavy attacks, so you won't go flying around near as much. Another way to get around that is the hatchet. A hatchet, I hardly ever see people running a hatchet in this. I ran it the other day and I was, shoot man, light attacking 6k, even up to 7k sometimes. Majority of your hits are going to be that 4 to 5k, but man, it was actually very surprising how well it worked. And especially on the boss, because when you're hitting 4, 5, 6k and how fast the hatchet is, it can really help add. If you have 2 spears and, you know, someone just you put down the spear, put on a hatchet, so you get some different type of DPS here, so you're not overlapping on your stacks. And yeah, someone try it out. Let me know what you think about it. Underrated. Right here, if you're coming into this fight, Scylla does not have a back, neither does the last boss fight here at Chartis. So if you have a ring with keen awareness, I would put it on here. So that way you have more chance to critical. Is 7% more chance. It used to be 11, but now it's 7, you know. But it still works good. I have the hammer with armor breaker and sundering clear out. Not sure how much that's helping with the bosses now, since everything seems to be hella nerfed in M3s. But might as well put it down, add some extra rent, and get to swinging.
11, 12K criticals right now without it down. White 8 to 9, something like that.
Really good.
Yeah, 11,000 right there.
I don't get how you hit that much because I fucking hit, I don't know why I can't hit that hard.
I hit harder if I wasn't at 50 con. I don't know. Do you spec into well, I don't know what specs you all have under the tree too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Matters. Who was that?
Pixie got caught up being a little bit too close to that boss in the front, so that side swing took him out. Gotta get to the rear. There we go.
I really didn't need that.
Even got our healer in there doing some damage. Love to see it. All right, each DPS that comes in here should bring an ice gauntlet. Now, you don't need all DPS using the ice gauntlet for this part, but at least 2. If you're a DPS running Laz, just bring an ice gauntlet on you. There's no excuse not to have one. You've been freaking playing this game. You come across those things all the time. Get an ice gauntlet, put it in your inventory, and don't make the tank or the healer pull out an ice gauntlet. I mean, the healer is not going to be as bad, but you want Oblivion down, so keep the healer with the Void Gauntlet.
Right before you're about to step on it.
You basically put the pylons on the first two buttons. Everybody comes up top, and then we can go ahead and kill these guys and move down accordingly.
Ooh, crawl over there. Just oh, never mind.
Right here, you want to watch on the far left, the other door. If there's an archer, you want your spearman to go over there and handle the archer. Everybody else come over to this other door. If there's 2 archer, 1 other DPS can go over there and obviously help out with some CC or just pure damage. The spear guy will be able to get his cooldowns quick enough to go ahead and sweep him a number of times to get him killed. And then everybody else needs to go to the door. Because if a crawler spawns at that other door, you don't want to activate him or bother him and then take him out and then have an archer spawn at that door. You just want to make sure everybody's over here as far as you can. That way you don't have access or excess archers spawning for no reason.
I got the big dude on me forever now.
They will end up targeting the healer and then everybody's going to be probably screwed.
There you go. Just kill him real quick.
He's gonna zoom.
Oh, fuck.
Now the tank should have his back right here to the door where I'm at. That way he can aggro everything that faces him instead of being in front. And I guess I was trying to play mini tank and how'd that go, Bebop?
That's why I hate not having a goddamn hammer, man. On me. Like, you got a spear, so you got some CC, so save an ice gauntlet for now on. For Laz.
Yeah, that's one thing with the greatsword I always talk about. There's no CC with it. So if I have a ice pylon here, I don't have any CC, I can't sweep the enemies and kind of stun them for a second.
Even out of the mark.
I was still in bad positioning, so at the end of the day, hey, but that's where the tank needs to be so the enemies face him and away from us.
Fuck right now.
Will make it a lot easier on everybody. Pay attention to where that name fire spawns, like right there. And make sure you're staying in sacred and constantly hitting. A little bit scary spot when their backs are to the wall like this. You just got to front face DPS them. If you get knocked here, hey, is what it is. Just do damage. Don't complain about it. If you got a great axe, you can try to reap them.
Shit.
See, I noticed that fire was ticking real fast, so had to get back down.
Oh my god. I can't get you fixed. That's just really good.
Trying to have to face DPS almost sucks. I got him, Leho. Your tank. Why are you trying to revive my dude? Go forward, you ding dong head.
Yeah, if you're a tank, don't try to revive. Get your butt moving,
Bruh,
aggro
good
some
tank.
stuff, and get out of the way, please.
You gonna get that? I'll get it.
You always get that first one. I get the second. And then I'll let you get the star medal. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nice guy over here.
I thought Pick you would get that one.
If you have someone with 300 strength, they can go through and try to one-tap a few of them. The first platinum, the second platinum. And they can even do a star medal, but
Talking in Discord.
yeah, I mean, there's plenty of time. We're not doing a speed run, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, so he's trying to go all the way through. What the hell?
Oh, he's stopping. Stopping right here.
Oh, that was a bad swing. Bebop, get in there! I ain't gonna lie, I was a little nervous about the archers in the back. Ooh, big damage, baby. Get aggro with that big damage over there. Nice shot. All right, we're doing a horrible job of grouping here.
Oh, I got
There we go.
bitch slap.
Great axe.
I gotta go. Oh my god, I'm dead. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh.
I knew I
Yeah, I
should've
was in
got
bad
out too.
positioning there.
That
Oh, yep.
came out right behind. No, that's it. I'm just respawning real quick. I'm coming back.
Okay. So
Right here,
Riley, he's
respawn. Tell the
respawning.
healer to
He's
respawn.
Healer needs to respawn too. William, respawn. Here's the healer.
Yep. He respawned with you.
We ended up coming back. Leo
Okay, he has no more
ended
heals.
up surviving
He has
just
no more
fine. He's a beast.
heals. He's surviving so far. He's half health.
Stun real quick. Well, these lasers hurt like hell. Ooh.
Back off. Oh my god. Oh, I fix it. Where did it kill you? Oh, I thought it did. I was like, god damn, really? That's what I get for saying something about a good run. Oh my god, I'm getting out of here. Jesus, there's like lasers and everything there. Oh, fuck this. I'm gonna
Brett's getting so scared about the fire and the lasers. Get in there, Brett. Where's the great axe? Group them up. There it is on one enemy.
Oh, I had that guy coming over here. Who's hitting him?
I think Prez just threw the gravity well on the enemy, but in between the enemy it would have been better to pull the other archer. Not sure why he threw it there, but you want to try to group those up as best you can. I tried to pull him in with the great sword, but you know, we got the left archer, but not the right one. He was kind of far in that corner. Ooh, got lucky right there. And coming in here, starting the fight with the boss, really, you want someone to shoot the boss first to pull the fire away, because you saw almost went down there with the fire and the slicer. But your boy V-Bomb know what he doing out here. Get out of there. Once someone's 75 meters, you know, and coming in, you can go ahead and start it. As long as they don't stop for some reason, you're good. If they do, that's on them. I always like to have the tank right here go and get one of the orbs to the right or left, because he's not going to be doing much DPS. When you tank Laz, always have a light set for this end boss. Oh, Bebop, you gotta know better than that. Come on. But yeah, if you're tanking this, have a light set dedicated right here so you can actually add some more DPS. No reason to be in heavy here. This guy's just, you know, mass targeting everybody, so it doesn't matter. Just go light, try to have a set that's all strength or dex or a mix of those two, and not con. That way you can naturally just have your, you know, con low, and it'll help out a lot against this guy. We need all hands on deck. Don't need a tank hitting for like 1400. Once you get the Chartist boss down to 4 bars of health or 3.5, stop DPSing. Go wait at the orb and he'll put his head down eventually. That way you can get the double damage going on and finish him out. But overall, it's a pretty good run. This week's last runs, like I said, were way rough. I ended up joining a group yesterday and linked my gear, and the guy messaged me and said it's not that serious. I looked at chat and said, hey, we know how this is gonna go. And it was an absolute nightmare. Ended up finding out that that was his first time to heal in Laz and M3. And the tank was new. All of them just had no clue what they were doing. And, you know, it happens. I've been there before, too. So I try to stay as long as I could until I just, you know, that group wasn't getting through it. So at the end of the day, that's going to happen if you're new. The best thing is to, you know, at least tell people that are joining in the group, new to M3 Laz. You might not get as many people trying to sign up, but you might get people that want to help you. There are those sweats out there like, all right, cool, let me see if I can carry this group through and try to help them out. You know, I like doing that at times, but if it gets so bad where it's like, okay, this group needs to go back down to an M2, there's only so much you can try to stay and help out. This week we also had Tempest, which I'm working on a video right now, and I've been working on a lot of live streams lately. I got a community Discord coming out soon, and been working on trying to upgrade the streaming quality. So if you're new here to this channel, feel free to check out other videos. Let me know what you think, and stop by the stream sometime and say hello. And I'll see you all in the next video.